The morning sun bathed the sprawling estate of Adrien Veynar, a self-made millionaire whose empire had risen from the ashes of a humble childhood. To the world, Adrien seemed to have it all: wealth, influence, a magnificent home, and a fiancée admired by many. But fate often hides storms behind perfect skies. One unexpected day, Adrien returned home earlier than planned. The grand marble halls echoed softly under his footsteps, until a horrifying sound froze him in place. Turning the corner, his eyes met a scene that shattered his soul. His elegant fiancée, Cassandra, was kicking out in anger at his elderly mother, frail and trembling with her walking stick. In that instant, Adrien's world crumbled. The woman he had loved, trusted, and envisioned a future with revealed the darkness beneath her charm. That moment tore away every illusion he had ever believed about love and loyalty. Before we go deeper into this heartbreaking yet enlightening story, take a second to pause. If you believe true love is shown through kindness, respect, and second chances, not status or beauty, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Stories of Kindness. Your support helps spread more stories that remind the world of what truly matters. Adrien was a man grounded in values despite his towering success. His mother, Ara, had been the rock of his life. A single parent who worked endlessly after his father walked away. She sacrificed her own comfort so her son could dream bigger. And though they struggled for years, she never let him feel poor in spirit. When Adrien finally achieved his fortune, estates, luxury cars, and all the trappings of wealth, he ensured his mother lived in peace, dignity, and love. Yet deep within, he longed to build a family of his own. That longing led him to Cassandra, a woman of stunning grace, polished manners, and captivating charm. She appeared gentle, caring, and perfectly suited for a man of Adrien's stature. Ara welcomed her warmly at first, though she often sensed a quiet unease in Cassandra's smile, a darkness that words couldn't define. What no one knew was that Cassandra's heart was driven not by love, but by greed. She desired status more than affection, and saw Adrien's mother as nothing but an obstacle standing in her path to luxury. In Adrien's presence, she was the image of perfection. But when he traveled or worked late, her true nature surfaced. She mocked Ara, hid her medicines, and treated her with silent cruelty. Yet Ara endured every insult in silence, terrified of burdening her son with pain. She prayed that, one day, love might soften Cassandra's heart. That illusion broke the morning Adrien came home early from a cancelled business trip. He wanted to surprise his mother with her favorite flowers and spend a quiet afternoon with her. But as he stepped inside, he heard raised voices from the grand staircase. Then came Cassandra's venomous words. "You're nothing but a burden. Why don't you just disappear?" The bouquet slipped from Adrien's trembling hands. His vision blurred with disbelief. The woman he adored was standing over his frightened mother, her cruelty laid bare. Rage surged through him as he rushed forward. Cassandra froze, her face drained of color when she saw him. Ara's eyes filled with tears. Not for herself, but for her son, whose heart had just broken beyond repair. The days that followed tested Adrien's soul. He ended the engagement immediately, unmoved by Cassandra's tears or desperate excuses. His decision was final. His mother's dignity was sacred. News of the broken engagement spread like wildfire. The world was stunned. How could such a perfect couple fall apart overnight? But Adrien knew the truth: real character reveals itself not in public, but in how we treat those who cannot fight back. From that moment, he devoted himself entirely to his mother's peace. He restructured his life, spending more time at home, ensuring every day she felt loved and cherished. Each sunrise found them on the balcony, sipping tea and sharing laughter about simpler days. He realized how much he had missed. How often he had left her alone with pain disguised behind polite smiles. The guilt was heavy, but Ara, ever gentle, forgave him completely. "You came back when it mattered," she whispered. "That's enough for me." Adrien's story didn't end in sorrow. It became a rebirth. In the months that followed, he saw the world through new eyes. His empire meant nothing if it wasn't built on compassion, respect, and truth. He began supporting the families of his employees, funded shelters and elder care homes, and used his influence to stand for those who had none. His mother became his partner in these efforts, guiding him with her quiet strength. The wounds of betrayal eventually healed, leaving behind scars that served as gentle reminders money can buy luxury, but not humanity. Beauty fades, but kindness endures. Cassandra, stripped of the wealth she once idolized, vanished from the glittering world she had worshipped. Without Adrien's name or fortune, her charm lost its shine. Meanwhile, Adrien flourished, not through riches, but through love, humility, and the peace that only forgiveness brings. This story reminds us of a truth too often forgotten. Kindness is the only currency that never loses value. Fortune shifts, beauty fades, but how we treat others, especially the weak, defines who we truly are. Adrien's heartbreak led him home to his greatest treasure, his mother's love. Through his pain, he discovered that the richest hearts are not the ones full of gold, but those full of compassion. If this story touched your heart and reminded you of what truly matters, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Stories of Kindness. Your support helps us continue spreading hope, empathy, and second chances. And now, I'd love to hear from you. Would you have forgiven Cassandra if you were in Adrien's place? Or do some betrayals close the door forever? Share your thoughts below, because your words might inspire someone else to choose kindness today. True wealth is not measured by possessions, but by compassion. And the greatest legacy we leave is kindness.